Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Chris Mack, and I created this channel as a way to explore the intersection of faith and film, while also providing a space to show my work. Last summer, I embarked on the biggest project of my career to date, a proof of concept short film with the goal to garner interest into making it into a feature-length film.
You're not a kid anymore, Aaron. You need to get your act together.
Look, if I didn't do what I do, we wouldn't be where we are. You know that.
Aaron! Get off my car, Skid. Come on!
The film is finished, but I'm not able to show it on YouTube yet because we're submitting it to film festivals. But I wanted to give people a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the film. To give a little bit of backstory, we fundraised to make this film happen, and donors were able to contribute roughly $12,000 to the film, which is the biggest budget I've ever worked with. I plan to do an in-depth video breaking down how we raised that money and how we used it. But for now, I hope you enjoy this behind-the-scenes look at my film, Sons of Thunder. This has been a story that's been on my heart for a very long time. The first pieces of it started coming together when I was a freshman in college in 2012. I really wanted to do a gang movie and something in the vein of Outsiders or The Warriors, and so I always thought it'd be really cool to do a story like that. And then other parts started to creep in. I wanted to tell a story about revenge versus grace, and I wanted to tell a story about brothers. And so eventually I just started compiling all these ideas together into one piece, and that piece soon became Sons of Thunder. The short film is just the first 15 minutes of the script. We introduce the main characters, we introduce the antagonists, and we establish the world that they're all occupying. It really sets a tone for the rest of the movie. There's a little bit of action, there's character development and character relationships established, and it felt like a really good starting point to say, like, hey, this is what is already in the story, and this is your introduction to the characters.
Day one, what do you think?
I think it's great. I'm excited. It's hot out. I'm sweating. I don't like to be on a set without sweating, so it's a good feeling. I think everybody's just kind of getting prepared and ready to rock, man. So,
what made you believe in Chris's script?
Chris.
Okay.
Chris makes me believe in Chris's script. Chris is extraordinarily talented. He knows exactly what he wants when it comes to this vision for this particular story. And I know that he's been wanting to make this movie for a while. And so his passion, his belief in his content, in this story and how personal it is for him, I think those three things combined make me excited. And then of course the talent that he has accrued here, I think, is going to make for just a spectacular shoot.
So day one of production is always an interesting time because people are meeting for the first time, actors are getting acquainted, crew is getting acquainted. You're really just thrown into it and figuring it out.
So they got you working on cars over here?
Yeah, I gotta fix this truck now.
What are you doing exactly?
I'm taking this alternator out so that they can use it for a prop.
Nice. That sounds fun. Was that in your contract, or?
No, I didn't sign anything for this, no.
We were texting last night, Kyle and I mentioned how I was a little bit tired, and I mentioned about, getting excited once I got to the gear. And we were talking about the difficulties that are upon us for, late nights. This is our first time working with a dog and Little Chief, and obviously we have total trust in you, Joaquin, and Little Chief. We're super excited for that. But all the indie filmmakers will say, like, hey, don't work with dogs, do one location, have a small cast. None of those easy steps are this production. And
You know, we were talking yesterday about how challenging this is going to be, but I said this to Kyle, I'm not here to take it easy. I'm not here to go an easy route. I have a lot of people on this set that have a lot of great experience, some of the most professional people I know. You know, a director can come to set with some insecurities sometimes, and you know, I definitely feel like I'm punching above my weight with some of the talent that's here and some of the experience that is here. But that's exactly what I want to surround myself to make a production that's good, to make a production that is worthwhile and something to be a part of. What I communicated to Kyle, we're not taking the easy route. We're not doing a film that is one location and, you know, in a box. I've done that. We're not doing a one-person cast. I've done that. We're doing something that's going to get us to being a great film, to get into a feature, and you know, obviously, that's, you know, starting these relationships and getting on that road is something that we're looking forward to, and we'll keep you all posted about. But I am so thankful and so grateful for all of you to be here and to be a part of it. My sweet G&E team, we're still getting to know each other. I'm really excited to get to know you guys more and to work with you in the future. But with that said, you know, let's go hard. You know, let's make something awesome. Let's make something that shows what talent can come out of Michigan. You know, we get a hotshot LA guy like Aaron over here. You know, he makes me jealous with every BTS photo he posts. And I feel like the industry just kind of forgets about what talent can come out of Michigan. And so, and obviously we love to collaborate. But let's show them what we got. Let's work hard. Let's hustle.
And so our first day on set, we just went in head first into something that I thought was going to be super challenging, the dog chase with Little Chief. We figured like that would just really set the pace for the rest of the shoot, for 4 days of shooting.
Been nice to be able to come out here and work with Chris and that, and I know we've been conversing back and forth on emails and that, and it's always an honor to be able to go on new sets, be able to work the dogs in there. Just go over a couple safety features. Chief's very friendly, okay? So if you want to get your selfies with them, you can on the downtime. I always encourage it in a way, because then they get used to seeing you and being around you, and they don't want to, like, who's this new person? Because when somebody comes in, they right away want to see him, so just go up and touch him and stuff and that, and you know, he's friendly, he's very friendly.
Josh, you're going to be chased by a dog today. Is this your first time being chased by a dog?
It is my first time being chased by a dog.
Was this your first time working with like an animal in general?
No. I've worked with an animal before, but nothing like Little Chief over there. He's a pretty big deal.
You got it in you to run from Little Chief for like 100 takes?
Sure. I hope so. I hope my legs don't fall off in between takes, or I run into something, and then that'd be bad, but I think we got it.
And action.
Get him. Get him.
And action.
And so you're learning people for the first time, seeing them in this working condition, right? And I love this moment from Josh, who plays Aaron. We're talking about the stunts and making sure that he feels comfortable with being chased by Little Chief, and of course Little Chief's great. He's very friendly, and so Josh is game for all of it, even to the point where there's the part where he falls out of the car. And I'm like, okay, well, we can hide this in a cut, right? You don't have to actually like fall out. I'll get a reverse, and we don't need to really worry about you getting this action. But Josh goes, wait, can I actually do the fall? And right then I knew, like, okay, this is exactly the type of guy I want on set, that, you know, who's energetic, who's enthusiastic, who wants to do some of the harder things. To have Josh just out the gate with that enthusiasm, I loved it. And I was like, yeah, if you actually want to fall out of that car, like, you go ahead. It was able to make the first day really exciting, and feel like I'm making this project with the right people.
So Chris told me to take that pipe and bust the mirror off the door, and it felt exhilarating. I mean, nothing beats that feeling of just being able to take your anger out on a mirror in a junkyard and bust. 200% Aaron is full rage, full wrath. There is no calm in him. He's always ready to fight.
That is a wrap on day one. If you look over here, the sun's coming up. We have been here. We've been here since 7 p.m. It is now 5:30, so we're heading into, you know, getting our gear wrapped up. I think some crew members are feeling it, you know. Obviously, it's a long night. I'm a night owl though, so I'm pretty pretty wired. I'm really jazzed about what we got tonight. I feel like we got some really cool stuff. This team is amazing. We really got something cool going. So it's only even more exciting as we get to the drive-in in 2 days. So it's gonna be cool.
Day 2, we are shooting the interior shots for the house. This is the end scene of the film. This is our 3 heroes coming into the home and being confronted by their mom. So this has been a nice shoot because it's an interior shot versus being outside in the sweltering heat. But it's a little trickier because it's tighter quarters. So we're just having a good time watching and look forward to movie magic happening.
So this is the first time we're really sinking into some emotion and sinking into the dynamic between Aaron and Nadine, and it's just so cool to like chew into that and just have conversations with the actors about it's like what do you think of this scene? What do you think your character's thinking? And investing into their collaboration as artists. And so it's just great to have such great talent, and it really goes to show that good talent can come from anywhere. And you don't need to be in LA, you don't have to be in New York, you don't have to be in these hot spots like the major film hubs. That good talent can be right in your backyard. And so it's just so cool to see it. We're shooting inside right now. It's starting to bring in a storm for later, which is going to be interesting, and we're kind of worried about, and prayers are going up about hopefully that passes over us.
So Jen has a daughter named May, and I didn't want Jen to have to worry about childcare or anything like that, so I welcomed May to the set and wanted her there so she could experience Jen in this arena that she's taught for so long and been in for so long.
What's your name? Nina. Happy birthday. Happy birthday today.
And she was so loving and so cute and adorable on set. I was sad that they only had 1 day on set. I wish I could have had them for all 4 days. But there's always the future. And so on day 2 is really where we hit a problem. We get to set at the junkyard, and it's like monsoon raining. Like the heaviest rain of like the entire summer is just downpouring, and there's absolutely no way we were able to shoot that night. And we waited as long as we could to see if the rain was going to pass, but it was so heavy and so ridiculous that we just had, the entire team head back to the Airbnb that we rented and just like formulate a new plan. So we got everyone to the house, dried off, had a quick meeting about what the plan was, and around that time, as the night went on and it got kind of later, the rain started to let up. And so we decided to take advantage of the night still and not just consider it a complete wash, but we took a skeleton crew down to downtown Monroe.
Our plan was to shoot the junkyard 2 consecutive days, and then again drive in 2 consecutive days. We get to the junkyard today, and it's like mega storm. Storm of the century. It's coming down hard. There's like massive lightning, and so we're gonna be just bumming around downtown Monroe, getting into trouble. The boys are back in town.
The Bear Brothers.
And so, and so yeah, we're just gonna get some pickup shots and have some fun, and hopefully get chased by the police or something.
It's the Bear Brothers business, bro. Breaking it down, beating them up, triple B's till I die.
We die.
And so this let us just kind of connect more as Aaron, Sonny, and Jimmy, and like as brothers, and it was just kind of a special moment just to solidify this chemistry between the 3 of us and establish for the rest of the next 2 days a working relationship that just felt super organic, felt influenced by character. Both Josh and Aaron demonstrating their work ethic and their creativity and what they bring to a scene, and thinking about how a character would move through this area, whether that's stepping through a puddle, jumping over a puddle, kicking a can, doing the Heisman around a blockade for fun. Just these little moments of speaking about who these guys are and their relationships to each other.
It's good, man. It was fun. We just got to goof around, explore the town and all the sights to see, and all the beautiful, glorious people that were here to meet us along the way and greet us. And I would have thought that the people that were out were gonna be like excited by it, like be like, oh, they're shooting a movie, but they're just like, yeah. not interested in this. So
Nobody wanted to deal with any of our business. We were just kicking games.
fair enough, totally understandable.
So that's a wrap on day 2.
Yeah.
We made a good night out of what originally started as a terrible night, but that did influence our shooting for the rest of the shoot.
We are here. We have made it to the drive-in. We're gonna have some alphas versus some bear brothers tonight. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a blast. Aaron specifically, he gets into a big fight with Alex, one of the alpha characters, and there's gonna be some switchblading, some punching in the guts, some fists flying around. People are gonna get people aren't gonna get hurt for real. Maybe, who knows? We're really excited to be out here, and it's gonna be a blast. Obviously, the alphas are here. Excited to see to have the rest of the cast here. You know, it's been me, Aaron, and Chris pretty much up to this point. So it's good to see other talent, and we're really excited to make something great here. So it'll be a blast.
So it's our first night of the drive-in. We have the rest of the actors coming in. We have Evan, Seth, Leah, and April coming in on top of the cops coming in. And so the 2 gentlemen who play the cops are people who are dear and near to my heart. One of them is my father, Chris McEachran. And so it was great to have my dad on set and being able to just show him all that he's taught me and all that he's, encouraged me in, and his influence on my life. And so it was just a nice moment for me to have him on set. And then the other cop is played by Jim Holka, who is an investor into the film. And we got to talking after one of the fundraisers, and he's like, hey, if you need anyone on set, just let me know. And I was like, I actually do still need to cast a role that I think you would be great in, and you could be the cop. And then I was thinking, then I could have my dad do the other cop. It's really special to have the 2 of them. They're really good friends and are always joking. They're like little improvs and jokes in between takes. It's always really fun. We had the rest of the cast there too. And so I had, in between takes, Seth and Aaron working on the kind of fight choreography and things. I didn't get a whole lot of time on the second day with Seth, Evan, April, and Leah. I was busy kind of doing the cop chase scene. And then we hit this really good moment of inspiration of using one of the areas of the drive-in as the exterior to the junkyard. So we focused on that scene, and that ate up a lot of time that we intended to spend with Evan and Seth and April and Leah.
You've been here since 7 p.m. It's currently 3:30 a.m. and you haven't shot in your scenes yet.
That's the biz.
That's the biz.
I'm here until the shot gets done. 7 a.m. It doesn't matter what time I'll be here until I'm on screen, till we get the shots that's needed to tell the story.
That's right.
I was super disappointed with that because I had these people come out. Seth and Evan didn't even get any of these shots done on the 3rd day, and their first day on set. I felt really bad about that. I felt like they're coming there with expectations. They're coming there with preparation, very professional. And sometimes with more independent films, you've got to follow inspiration and take what you can get. That also comes with a cost, and that cost is the schedule is changing. And luckily, everyone was super kind about it, and they weren't worried about it at all, knowing that we had another day. But I just kind of felt like I let them down for that first day, and I really wanted to make that up to them and spend a lot more time with them on our last day of shooting. Not only for the sake of getting all that we need, but also just to be with them as their director, as their co-star, to really make this experience great on both the making of and the film itself.
I'm really bummed that I didn't get to spend enough time with them. We got caught up in this moment, and honestly, we moseyed through that. So I just wanted to apologize that I'm sorry I didn't get to spend enough time with you guys. Yeah. Day 4 is what we're on. Last night was a bit of an emotional night for me. We planned to get a lot. We wanted to get 80% of the drive-in scene last night, and we probably got 50. We just wrapped the junkyard finally. We were supposed to wrap the junkyard 2 days ago, but now we're done. We're packing up. We made good time for wrapping here, and so now it's just about grinding at the drive-in and getting everything we missed. I mean, we didn't even get our actor Evan's stuff, and I'm so bummed about that. And so I'm really excited to see what he brings to the camera. I know he's gonna nail it. I know it's gonna be great. So we just gotta hustle tonight. So.
Hey, you know C-Mac's figuring it out. We making do. We getting rained out, but he's figuring it all out, baby. We good.
What a good group we have. It's a fun group.
Because we had limited time at the drive-in, I kind of tapped into a trick that I had developed on some music videos. I treated the scene as just one long continuous take, and that we would do a few takes from two perspectives, and then I would just intercut those together. We didn't have enough time to like focus setups for one character, and so that's always a challenge for photography because you're shaping light and you're trying to arrange lights and make sure everything looks good for one shot specifically. It's not ideal to shoot that way, but Reed is such a wizard behind the camera, and he's got such a great eye for lighting and composition that he was able to do very limited setups that still gave us a lot. And so in a lot of ways it kind of plays out like theater. Instead of having one singular camera angle focus on one character and just doing take after take after take with that one shot and then switching over the shoulder to focus on the other character, and these actors are having to now rely on a different skill set, and that's to run through the whole scene without stopping, without mistakes. And that can be intimidating for a film because we're so used to doing it the way that it's commonly done. But everyone did such a good job with rehearsals and blocking and really taking that in. I was just super impressed by everyone's ability to just keep going and not get confused, not get stressed, and everyone did such a great job with that, and it was super impressive. And so there was even a point where within the fighting and the shoving and everything, you know, the camera kind of like catches a glimpse of one of the lights that's just out of frame. And so without cutting, I just said, hey, like we need this shot, so just reset real quick.
Pause, don't cut. Take it from that, we're getting that C-stand. We need this. Go back to the punch. Reed, we gotta watch that C-stand. Everyone's doing great.
And it's that kind of action that's like when you're an actor, you're in the moment, right? You're this character in this space. You're not in front of a camera. Having actors who are so familiar with their craft, being able to snap just like without cutting, just like, okay, reset, we're here, and then back into it. As well as Reed, who, you know, you're choreographing the camera into this dance with the actors and making sure that the shots are right and revealing exactly what they're supposed to reveal. It definitely gets stressful, but we pulled it off, and I could not be more proud of everyone who contributed to that. And so eventually the sun came up and we shot until that point.
That's great.
All right.
I believe that's a wrap.
Hey, real quick, before everybody goes to their spots, can we just get a quick group picture?
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody come sit right here.
That's all we could do. That's all that we had budgeted for to shoot. There was no chance for pickups. There was no chance to do reshoots. We had talent coming from California, from Chicago, 3 people located within Metro Detroit, 1 coming up from the Carolinas. And so, you know, we have actors and crew going back to their various parts of, you know, the nation. And so this was like our only shot to get things. And so if we didn't get everything, we'd be in a lot of trouble. I could not be more proud of this team. I know it was a grind. I know it took a toll on everyone's sleep schedule, but this cast and this crew just shows the kind of professionalism that can come out of Michigan-based productions, whether that's tapping into the west side of the state, whether that's in the east side or central, and even, you know, collaborating with, you know, talent from outside of Michigan. I'm really glad that this showcases Michigan's beauty because it's a state that I love.